Welcome back everybody, Donny Boy here with more Alexander the G on Legendary. We are on Scenario 8, Under the Breach. Let's begin.
Like the kings of Homer's Iliad, vying for glory in the foremost ranks, Macedonian monarchs led from the front, and few with such zeal as Alexander. At the Granicus he plunged into the fray, as a famished wolf darts among a grazing flock, tearing at sheep and shepherd alike. But Alexander ventured too far, and a Persian horseman brought his sword swinging towards the king's neck. But Clytus, lurching forward, sliced the Persian's arm from his shoulder. His first victory over the Mede in hand, and feeling just as invincible as the Pythian priestess had proclaimed him, Alexander marched on. His target was the coastal city of Halicarnassus, its grand harbor ringed by walls flecked with sea foam, where the great warrior queen Artemisia had once ruled. You see, Alexander had a rather unconventional plan to deal with the Persian navy. Rather than build a fleet and fight them at sea, he'd simply use his army to capture the Persian naval bases, one by one. The rightful queen of Halicarnassus was Ada II, a wise and learned woman, and a gracious benefactor of the temple at Delphi. But, deposed by her brother, Ada now languished in exile, until the arrival of Alexander presented her with an opportunity. The exiled queen welcomed Alexander, putting her wealth, her followers, and her considerable knowledge at his disposal. So splendidly did they get along, Ada even adopted Alexander as her own son. The siege of Halicarnassus, then, would be a family affair.
Halicarnassus, jewel of Ionia, now swarming with Persian rogues and their Greek mercenaries. Return my city to me, Alexander.
It will be so, I swear it. For a siege is no more than a battle of wills. The foe will come upon us with all the ferocity of desperate men, but if we shatter their strongholds, they will abandon the defenses.
Alright, I'm going to send this guy over here to start the Ionian village quest.
Ergomai, oikodomeo, ergos asmenos, oikodomeo, tiestin.
Who are you? Persian? Greek? A Macedonian, you say? Gods give me strength. Whatever. Look, you replace the provisions those lice-ridden mercenaries nicked from us, and we'll make it worth your while.
A shepherd making demands of a king? Philip would not have entertained this.
Well, Philip's not here anymore, I am. So that is actually a pretty good quest. Opens up the path through here to one of the forts. Currently closed with rubble.
They come upon us like ants pouring from a nest.
Alright, so the first part of this mission is just about resource allocation and survival, honestly. We want to build a couple of forts around here. Let's not get smashed by the onager. The enemy is very relentless in their aggression. It's a bit of a problem. But ultimately, nothing a couple of forts can handle. With some extra troop support, obviously.
Your father was a masterful besieger. He knew that no two strongholds are alike. The methods by which you subdue one may not work for another. Just as a huntsman trains one dog by the whistle and another by the stick.
Or just as an adulterous one-eyed king seduces some women with gifts and others with false promises.
Shade.
Nekoranos. Prostagmata. Oikodomeo.
Okay, I want to build a academy.
Gaire. Oikodomeo.
I want to get more people on gold now. Gold's the next big challenge. We want more stone as well.
Tideleis.
Alright, I'm going to get these guys off of foraging. Put them onto an important task in building forts. This is kind of where we're building our fort network. We're going to have to build probably about 4, maybe 5. Luckily, the enemy always attacks in this one spot, so we don't have to worry about moving our eco. By eco, I mean don't have to keep moving our troops even around. Getting distracted trying to do too many different things at once. Farm. Still need more on wood. Probably want about 20 on wood. Also want some more on gold. Pull these two down here. Fortified outpost. And we'll pop that here and here. Heal up the boys, give them some extra movement. And then we'll go for this cavalry charge. Wouldn't be a bad shout to build a marketplace.
Gaire. Prostagmata. Oikodomeo.
Right, this is the hard fight. Since we're still not fully upgraded or anything just yet. In fact, we want to grab these upgrades. ASAP Rocky.
Akuo.
Alright, this is the big fight. The tough one. Getting that anytime soon. Kind of want to use the forts to be the meat shields, especially against the troops. We just need to focus down the battering rams. And they attack them bloody villagers. Please, thank you. Okay, beautiful. I'm aware that the sapping thing spawns there, but we're not going to be using that anyway, so... Right, gold really is our next big challenge.
Metaleo. Metaleo.
You guys can go down here.
Metalluo. Prostagmata. Gaire.
Do you want more forts?
Oikodomeo.
That'll do.
Asmenos.
Bow up. Alright, time to build our production. Grab these upgrades. The Imperial Cavalry are technically our best unit that we can build.
Is he not a marvel, Ada? I have never seen the like of it. People are drawn to Alexander like fawns to a stream.
He is the very image of Achilles, godlike in countenance and the dread hunter in the clash of arms. You must watch over him, Hephaestion.
Alright, we actually want to prep for the secondary objective now. Which is, and we need to secure more gold, so 2 birds, 1 stone. Or should I say 2 bears, 1 stone? Do want to grab this upgrade when we can. Get these guys. Now, you also want Phalanx. Actually, I think the mercenary hoplites are pretty good. Although Phalangites are technically the longer term unit. A few more than just 8. Kind of want about 15 to 20, something in that region. To be honest, red isn't really much of a threat. The big issue is orange. And specifically, it's the rams that's the issue. To be honest, if they didn't send rams, this wouldn't be much of a threat at all. And where we may very well lose a castle here, but it is what it is. So try to save it, but the reality is it's going to be difficult. We'll just rebuild it afterwards anyway. Grab team 2 over here. Let's secure this. Although we probably need to defend against this attack first. Because there's people who are literally on top of that, you see. Right, let's try again. phalangites.
Νεκοράνος. Προστάγματα τελεσμένος.
This was the city of Artemisia, wasn't it? Halicarnassus, home of the warrior queens.
Ακούω.
These on gold.
Οικοδομέταλλιούω.
Not the only den around here, if those half-eaten forages are anything to go by.
Heracles blesses this hunt. Skin the bears and look for more.
Alright, 46 on gold, so we should be able to make a pretty decent army now. And now we can actually start going on the offensive, which would be nice. There's another thing up here. Should I pop down to 2 instead?
Νεκοράνος. Τι δελέεις? Τι εστίν? Οϊέσο. Ασμένος. Οικοδομέταλλιούω.
Alright, once we defend the next attack, we'll go on the offensive. We can take out this fort first with the rams. Just need to defend ourselves first. And then honestly, the rest is pretty much bribery and, yeah, making a deal with the Ionian camp. Definitely want to be fighting in amongst the forts. To be honest, you might have a few too many on just villagers in general. And get rid of these. Thing is, we need troops. That's kind of the thing, and we're kind of at the point now we've got a massive eco.
Your blood parents must be fine folk to have raised such a son.
My father was a brute. My mother was a volatile snake charmer. More attentive to asps and vipers than her own brood. To the rams, men, and be swift! Once beneath the gates, your work begins.
Alright, so we can do the sapper thing, and we'd have to build 3 forts here instead of where we did build them. The downside of using the sappers is the amount of troops the enemy sends is just wild. This is far easier, in my opinion. Wow, it's not even just opinion, it's just fact. It's just easier. I guess the only downside is you actually have to come out to attack rather than defend, but it's a small price, honestly. Team 2, let's go over here.
The gates are shattered! Now bring down that fort!
This is a bit rough with the red attacking at the same time. And I just have to go into the meat grinder. There's not really much much else for it. Send these cav to support.
We have the first breach. Saffron-robed Enyo, wall breaker. Your favor grants us victory.
Cool.
Some mercenaries of our own might prove useful here. I have identified some suitable candidates, ferocious as they are unmannered.
Right, we're going to go with Strategos. I think they're better in my opinion.
Nei Koronos. Hetoimos. Gaile.
Right. Next up, we're going to do this one. So wait for the next attack from the enemy. Orange specifically. These guys loaded up in here.
Prostagmata.
There's more gold over there. Okay, once this attack wave comes through and we crushed it, we'll bribe the gate and we'll take out this base. Look for the mail. Okay, it does cost 1,500 gold, so such is the price. Where's team 2? Over here.
Prostagmata. Tiesti. Ite Magadones. Nei Koronos.
A fine haul. Get those bear pelts cured and tanned. I wish to display them.
Nice. Alright, we'll max up to 60 with these guys. Some more troops. Right, this one here, let's bribe.
It's all arranged. The gates have been opened and the fort sabotaged. Quickly, get inside and finish destroying it before our ploy is discovered.
Halicarnassus. I know her every street and avenue like the hands and heart of my own body. Every injury done to her I feel in my flesh.
Would that all the rulers in this world of dust and iron had such passion as you, Ada.
Cool.
Another fort crumbles. Pallas Athena sees our efforts and she rewards us richly.
These guys are our defenders.
My royal armorer will provide you with whatever you need.
Go reflect damage. It's about 15%. It's nothing too crazy. Whoops.
Ne Koranos. Tiesti. Prosetoimus. Ne Koranos.
Same as before, really. We kind of need to wait for the next enemy attack.
Prostagmata.
Nekoranos.
I think we're good for
Chetoim.
freeing up a little bit more supply.
Metaliuo. Nekoranos. Tiestin.
Tiestagmata. Ne Koranos. Tiesti. Prostagmata. Ne Tontia.
Right, let's go do the side objective. So 1500, 1500.
I prefer you to the Persians already, let me tell you. Here. There's a way to get to one of those forts, an arrow pass, known only to us shepherds. We'll show you.
Tiestis. Ne Tontia. Ne Tontia. Ne Tontia.
Okay, this is the attack we're waiting for.
Tiesti. Ne Tontia. Akku. Titeles. Prostagmas. Ne Poieso. Akku. Ne Magadones. Prostagmas. Kangar. Ite Andres. Ne Tontia.
Is Valo! Alright. Once we've taken out this final push from the enemy, we can destroy the enemy fort.
More. What will it take to make these men surrender? I shall rule over naught but rubble and rotting corpses.
When I seize the treasuries of Susa, you will have all you need to restore these fine walls.
A heavy purse will open a gate faster than any ram. The fort within is ill-defended. Now steal in quickly before the gates are barred once more.
Let's go, boys. Send everything at this point. We'll steal up the defences at home, just in case. These things stay open for ages, by the way. The only thing we want to be mindful of is Harlequinassus' army. Kind of want to avoid, because that's the route they take. I mean, we can just snipe it, to be fair, with this many troops.
Nekoranos.
Oikodomeo, metaleo, ne koranos, chetoemos. Prostagmata, asmenos. Oikodomeo, metaleo.
Rosvallo! Okay, yeah, fair enough. Thought that might be the case. Let's just focus it down. GG's.
The walls empty. They flee to the harbour, crowding onto ships, bewailing their defeat. Queen Ada, retake your rightful place as ruler of this fine city.
So long did I pray for this, and then the gods sent you, Alexander. May you always be good to your friends, no matter how mighty you become.
Beautiful. Alrighty folks, that'll right about conclude this rather challenging mission. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If it did, please do give it a thumbs up. If this is the kind of content you enjoy, then please do consider subscribing to the channel. It does help support the channel, be greatly appreciated. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And as always, I shall see you in the next video.